Well, it was about time that I did another video. It's been quite a while since I've done one and put one up here on my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for popping across here and seeing what I'm going to be doing. And I thought, right, let's start to get back into the hang of doing these videos. I love doing my Facebook Lives on here on YouTube as well. But just being able to try and find the time to do them. Try and find the time. It has been manic, it's been hectic, so I thought, right, well, I'll still planning on doing Facebook Live on here on YouTube as well. But I thought, in the meantime, while I can't get that done, let's do videos as well, because it's a lot easier to do the videos, to get them filmed in just hour and a half time of my time. So that's what we're going to do. And I thought what we're going to do is, I have had a demo prepped for quite a wee while using this die here, the corded lace. Now, I did have it done for a previous Crafters TV show. Never got round to using it, and it's been sitting there and sitting there and sitting there, and I thought, right, let's do a video for my YouTube channel and let's make it. So this is how it's going to look. And I've got all the bits, so just like I would do on Crafters TV, I've got lots of bits that are already pre-cut and pre-made, because of course I had it as a prep pack. So I thought, let's do a video and let's just start to die cut and form together. So when I do other videos down the line as well, I do some right from scratch. But within this one here, because I had this prep pack already, I thought, let's do a video. I will talk you through the sizes of the mats and layers that I've got, because we've got quite a few mats and layers, but really going in with the blue theme. So if I go from up above to really start to showcase it so that you can see here. Now, it's a 5x7 card, and I've gone in with some of our blue tones. Now, what I have done is the linen cardstock is from the Daisy and Bohemian collection, and you can see the little bit of that blue satin is from the luxury blue cardstock. A few additional elements that I'll talk you through throughout this video here, but I thought, let's just get started. Let's dive straight in. Let's get making and showing you how you can create that gorgeous 5x7 card. Now, what I have got is I've got card blanks 5x7, but I've done it so that it is a 10-fold card at the top just here. So let's go straight underneath, and I am just double checking, which it is 5x7. So I've got all my layers all good to go, but what we'll do is I'll talk you through them just shortly. What I've also done as well, pre-mat and layered one of our sentiment or our birthday verses from our verse pad. Happy birthday to my special friend. I hope you have a wonderful day and year to come. All of these, the measurements, I'll talk you through just shortly, but let's dive straight in with the linen cardstock. So this is the linen cardstock. So this one, I think off the top of my head, is from the Daisy collection. And we're going to go in with the corded lace die. So this one's got more of an oval feel to it. So what I'm going to do within this one here is, because it's great for being a card, because you've got more of a flatter edge at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in direct into my cardstock, and then let's bring in my plates. So we're just going to go in. I'm just going to tape it down just so that it doesn't move or budge. And because of this one, we're going to bring in our frosted, our magnetic, and then our top plate. Even although it's really, really detailed, as you would expect, I'm using the Gemini 2, so therefore I won't need my magnet or my metal shim. Now, when it comes to this, I haven't got the camera for overhead when it comes to my G2, so we're just going to let that do its cutting at the side here. It's just going to take just a couple of seconds because I'm using the junior plates, and then what we can do is we can then go back above. Now, that's all die cut just perfectly, absolutely perfectly. So I can take all these bits out here, and I'm just going to give that a tap to the side of me here, and we can see, if I take my pokey tool, I just knocked all them out, that was fine, so I don't need to do that. If I bring this layer in here, you can see how beautiful that is, and in actual fact, even just that straight on to a white card blank is beautiful, but we're not going to do that. So what we are going to do is I'm going to keep these ones in. Now I've taken another piece of that blue and a piece of the white. So this one was also from the Daisy collection. Now I'm going to go in with this oval die just here, this oval decorative die. Now this cuts in, so there's no outer cutting edge, it cuts into your cardstock. So what I've done is I've had a look through my stash of oval dies, and I've picked one that comes close to fitting around the edge. So when it comes to my plain edge oval dies, I use Chloe's Creative Cards. I use her nesting dies when it comes to the straight edge and also large ones. So this is our oval ones, and it's Chloe's Creative Cards. So that's the ones that I use. And the actual oval that I'm using here, it is 4 inches in height. So it's 4 by 3 3/4, and that seems to be the perfect fit for that decorative die. So what I have done here is I've already cut it into the blue, and I've already cut it to the white. Just to say, the white will be from the Daisy collection, the blue will be from the Bohemian collection. Now I'm going to keep my white layer solid, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my blue layer here, and then I'm going to go in with my decorative die. So we're going to come in with our plates. So I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to line it up the best I can. And then let's bring in my tape to hold it down. And then I'm just going to put quite a few bits on because it's an oval shape. Just making sure that's nice and that's held in. And then what we can do is we can then run that one through our G2. So that's going to go through. Now the oval dies, it's just a little bit wider at the left and the right than it is the top and the bottom, but I'm fine by that. That's as close to an accurate oval outline die I could get. So let's go back in, and then I'm just going to take all of these bits off now. So let's take that one, and then that one. So we can see what we have got is our die cut. Now I've just snagged it at the end here. I'm not overly concerned because what we're away to do, I've already got one that's pre-prepped. So let's take all of that out gently, and now we've got that incredible detail. I mean, look at that. Isn't that absolutely exceptional? Between them both are absolutely exceptional, giving you that lace look. So what we can then do, I'll take all those bits out later on. Well, in actual fact, no I won't. I'll take them out now because we're going to need that. So I'm going to take that out. Excuse the bang. We're going to get all these little bits out. I think that's near enough them all. And then what I'm going to do, let's move these dies out the way for now. Let's put them up into there. And then I'm just going to take my pokey tool and then just poke out these last little bits so that we can start to use it once again. So let's pop all them out. There we go. I'm going to move my plates to the side just for a second, because what we are going to do is that we're going to take our glue. Now we're going to take either your sprays, or you can use your dotty tape runner, or I'm going to be using my tacky glue. Now it's just bunged up ever so slightly, so I'm just getting that flow going. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the edges just here. So we're going to go around with the tacky glue. So we're going to then work that in. Incidentally as well, if you've got your double-sided adhesive sheets, I keep forgetting to use them. You could put them onto the back of this blue layer, this blue linen layer, and then die cut. And essentially that will then become a sticker. So let's go in, and then we're going to go and sketch over the back just here. So if we sketch in there. Now, I'm not overly concerned about the centre because there'll be something going across that centre, but I will put a little bit of glue on just so it is held in place. So then we're going to come in and then we're just going to then lay and line that one up. So if we lay and line that up, get that into position, and then let's press that down. So we're just going to press. What I'm then going to do is let's go in with our plates once again. Let's go back in with that die and secure. I'm then going to come along with my plate combination, run that through. So while that's going through, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to keep putting pressure on that layer just to make sure that it's completely flat and it's completely dry. And then you've maybe guessed we're going to do some paper piecing. You know how much I love paper piecing. So what I am going to do is you'll have also noticed that I don't tend to use the hold and release sheets. I'm not a big fan of them personally. I like to just go and do them the natural way, the original way. So to do them the original way, what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to take our plate layer apart ever so carefully. So let's lift that one up. Now, because this is our blue satin cardstock from our luxury card, chances are a lot of that will stay in place. So what I'm going to do, or when I say stay in place, I mean stay in place into the die. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that few bits on my plate. So just in case I need them, I'm not going to move it too far out. I see I've got there's a couple of little corners just into there that I'll probably need. So I'm just going to go into there, and then there's that one as well. So I think that's that, and that's that. So I'm just going to turn that around. And then what I am going to do then is I'm just going to pop my pokey tool through the back of these ones here. So we're going to get them all leveled out. What I'm then going to do is keep going, working in. Now, although I'm not really going to do paper piecing along the centre because that's going to be covered with a sentiment, I'm just going to pop them all out anyway. May as well while I'm here, so we can do that. So we're just going to keep on going again, popping all these bits out, and then you can be selective as to what bits you want to pop back in. So I'm just going to lift in case I've missed a few bits. So I'm now going to come back in with my die cut piece just here, and then we can start to have a look. So I'm going to go into there. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to do it all around the edges just here. So what I'm then going to do is, where is my pickup tool, which is here. So I'm just going to pick these ones up. So there's that one into there. So that can go into there. That can go into there. And then that one's popped out. So that one can then go into there. And then there's that one. There is that one just here. And there is that one just there. And then I think there's that one. Let's just get that the right way. And then there's our last one. So let's pick that one up. Just here. Let's turn that around. That one can then go into there. Like so. So let's just manipulate them back in. So those are those ones just round there. What was my camera not playing ball, is it? Is it playing up? Right, let's just see if we can persist a little bit longer. So let's go into there. And then this is where you're just going to decide what pieces you're going to put back in. So there's that one. And there's that great big piece just there. So there's that one. And then we've got that one, which is there. So that one can then go into there. That one can then go into there. And then we can, what else can we do? Let's then go in the love heart, just there. And then let's do these little curved ones just there and just there. So let's take the love heart. Yeah. We're then going to take our next piece. And then I'm missing one, so it must still be in here, which it is. So let's just pop that one out. And then that one can go into there. So we're going in with, I'm just going to come back in to that view, just see if that's going to settle the camera for a moment or two. So what we can then do, hopefully that's helped, it seems to have helped. So what I would then do is I've gone all the way around with these little kind of half ovals. I've done 3 at the top, then I've done the heart and the 2 sides, and then all that I would do is I would do exactly the same at the bottom. So I would do that symmetrical and do that down at the bottom just here. Once I've done that, that is the look that it's going to give me, that you can see just here. So we're going to go in with that look. So what we can then do is let's go back in now with our card blank. So I've got my card blank, and then I'm going to come in with my mats and layers. So I've got all these mats and layers here. So I've got this deep blue, and it's 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Now with that one, it will be from the Bohemian. So let's add our tape into place. Of course, you know that tissue tape is always my first choice. So we can take all the backing off into here. Let's just pop all those bits into the bin. Let's bring that in, and then we can overlay that onto my card blank. What I'm going to do as well, in actual fact, before I start to build it all up, let's do our insert. So I've taken one of our birthday inserts with the silver foil in, and I chopped that down to 4.5 by 6.5, and I've just done a little silver matting layer. So I can take the back end off of that. So all these bits I've already got pre-taped, and then we're going to go in. So I'm going to do the insert now, because when we come to add our little floral embellishments, I'll use some silicone glue. So it just means if I do all that, if I do that at the end, when I lift it up, there's a chance that all of the flowers will move. So then what I'm going to do is I'm then going to go in with another blue tone here from Bohemian, I believe. But what we can then do is take all these off. Essentially, apart from the blue luxury cardstock, the linen, the white, the sky blue, and then the deep navy, they're all between the Daisy collection and then also between the Bohemian collection. So my white linen cardstock, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and I've already popped a few gems at the top left hand corner and the bottom right hand corner. Now these are just really tiny gems that I've got, that are actually, the ones I'm using are Dawn Bibbies, because they're tiny. So press that in. Now I've got a slither of a matting layer with that blue satin cardstock. So I've got that on. And then I'm lifting it with foam pads. So if I lift these with foam pads just here, and then I'm going to centralise that into the middle as well. So let's press that one into place. So what we can then do is we can then come in now. Thinking beforehand, I could have stuck that onto my white linen before I started to layer up, but it doesn't really matter. We've still got a stable base to come across or come along and add our adhesive. So what I'm going to do is let's add our glue. Now once again, as before, you can use any of your adhesive that you prefer. So I'm just using my tacky glue and I'm sketching all the way around the edge. For me, it's important for something like this to have the adhesive right up to the edge. Then I've gone into the centre like you've seen a moment ago. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of sketch in between the centre and the edge. So let's come in to here. And I've just realised as well, and this was not done intentionally, but this is very, very blue tones, and I'm wearing blue. And I could tell a little porky and say that that was all planned out. It wasn't. Must just have blue on the mind. So now that I've gone in with my adhesive, I'm going to start to then position that, and then let's go in, get that lined up. So I'm doing it that the flat bit of the die cut is at the top. So let's just again make sure that we've got good coverage. So we're just going to press all the way down. So if I press, you can see here, now we've got a really good coverage there. Happy with that. And then here is the one that I had already done beforehand that I showed you before. Now we could have gone round with some inks if you wanted to, or maybe some little shimmer sprays, anything like that, anything additional, you can do that of course. So let's take all of these bits, and then that can get matte and layered straight over the top just here. So let's hold that in. We can see we're starting to get that height. So we've got the height from our white layer and then the white from our paper piece layer. What I'm then going to do is I've stamped out this sentiment. So this is from the Venetian collection and it's moment in time stamps. Just breathe. You'll never live this moment again. Now I've stamped that onto a piece of white multi-purpose. It's 3 1/4 by 1 inches. So 3 1/4 by 1 inches. Matte and layered onto a bit of the sky blue, and then matte and layered onto a little piece of the blue luxury cardstock. Once again, it's the satin blue cardstock. Now I've popped some foam pads on the back there, and then that's going to go across the centre. That's why I was saying I wasn't too concerned about anything going within the centre. Let's just lift that up. And then what I'm going to do is, here's more of the gems that I was using. And I want some more of those tiny, tiny, tiny ones. So I've got a few of the tiny ones left. So what I'm then going to do is in the centre there, and then in the centre there, 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 and then there, and then the same. So the centre's right down into the bottom. What I'm doing is just putting a tiny little bit of glue, and I do that for all adhesive gems. Doesn't matter how good quality they are, I will always add tacky glue, bit of tacky glue, just to ensure their longevity on the card over the weeks, the months and the years. So I'm just going in and then picking all of these really, really small ones. And these ones must be about 2 mil It's not on the back there, but yeah, I believe they're the smallest of small ones. And it's 2 mils, and it's the same size I've done at top and bottom corner. So let's go into there. It's popped off here. So I go for the 2 sets of gems that I use are Dawn's and Hunky Dory's. So let's pop these ones in there. So as we come to the end, we're just going to pop that on. And then last one that's fallen off, so let's bring that one in there. There we go. So let's pop that one back. And then there's our cards starting to come together. You can see just here. So it's starting to, and then I've got our tiny little gems all the way around. And then what I've done is I've taken the little Ditzy floral dies. So it's the Ditzy Bloom, and these are from the Once Upon a Time. So I've cut one in that dark navy, and then 2 within the white linen, and then just created a little flower. And then within this one, what I've also done is just put a gem from the same set, but one of the darker colours of blue. Pop that in the middle, and I've done 2 of them. And then what I've also done is I've die cut 3 tiny little butterflies just in our white linen cardstock. So these are just tiny little butterfly dies that I have within my stash. And then let's bring in our silicone or glue gel, whatever one that you prefer. And then I'm just going to take these ones, and I'm going to pop one there. And then I'm going to come along and pop that one there. Let's move that into place just here. And then I'm going to use tacky glue for the butterflies. So let's bring in the butterflies, which are here. And then I'm going to go in with, so what I tend to do is I'll position the butterflies. I usually do 3 at a time. So if I do that there, and then that one just there. So let's bring in my tacky glue again. So I bend the wings back, and then what I'll tend to do is just pop some glue on the body. Let's take another bit there and pop that into place there. And then I'm going to go in with the last one just here. And then bend the wings up. Hold that in. And then there we go. There is a beautiful 5x7 top fold card or tent fold card in the blue tones using the Chantilly lace die. Sorry, Chantilly lace. Corded lace die. And then just elevated the inner decorative part. Done a little bit of paper piecing. The flowers are Ditzy Bloom from Once Upon a Time. The stamp is from the Venetian collection. And then the blue cardstock, it's a mix of the blue satin luxury card and then linen cardstock from the Daisy and the Bohemian collection. And then as you can see there, the insert as well. The insert is the Everyday Verse insert, and it's a birthday one that I've done just here. So let's bring that one back in again for you to see just up close. There we go. Just breathe. You'll never live this moment again. Lovely one. Lovely one. That can then go into my stash to give to family or friend member as and when they need it. So, thank you for watching this video. As I said at the start there, I'll do a combination of ones of prep packs that I've got left over. So all the elements will already be cut, and just a few bits of die cutting and that to be done within the video, like this one here. And then there'll be videos that'll be longer where I'll make something completely from scratch. So we're going to get the best of both worlds: die cutting, foiling, inking, stamping, construction. We'll cover lots of areas as well. So until the next time, and it probably won't be long until it'll be the next time, thank you for watching on my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel, and we'll see you later.